What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. Before we get started with today's video, there are a few things that I need to get done. This strawberry shortcake figure has been hanging out on the side of my table since I did the video. And now I have all these little keychains from our K-pop demon hunters. Mystery pocket pop keychains. You know, the ones we found at Five Below. In our Five Below video, I found Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. I'm hoping to find Derpy. This one definitely feels a little wider than the others, so I'm gonna say this is definitely Derpy. And, haha, yeah! Look at that. It's got a little pearly finish. I'm using these as collectibles for my dolls, so I just remove the keychain, but then I end up with quite a bit of hardware. So let's turn this Five Below strawberry shortcake into a keychain. I make a dent in the top where I want it to go. Then I just twist in the screw, and we've got a strawberry shortcake keychain. Okay, now let's modify our new lamps. We just made this IKEA-inspired lamp in our last video, but I used a flickering light, which I don't love. I found one that doesn't flicker, so let's replace the light. We just gotta remove the old one. The flame on the new light isn't flexible, so I'm just going to cut it a little to try to flatten it some. Probably should have used something better than scissors, but I think we've got it, giving us more area so we can glue it on top. I used hot glue to attach it, not the neatest job, but we can easily get to the on and off switch and it has a nice glow. And of course, you don't have to use tea lights. That's just what I'm using because that's what I have. These have an easy on and off switch and I can totally change the battery when needed. For the lampshade, I'm using this wire ribbon. It's going to be a little taller than our last lampshade, but you can still see through it, so let's go with this. And I like the color with this space. I'm leaving the wire in, and I'm just going to make a little circle and glue it to itself. Trim it, and then we just kind of pull it to the side so it makes an oval shape. Place it over the tea light and glue it to secure it. I used a tiny dot of glue in the front and the back, so if I ever want to change the lampshade, I can. Now we can swap out the lamps and see how this one looks in this space. It's a large lampshade, but we can always change it if we want. In the comments, some of you wanted to know about the orange bowl. We made that at the beginning of our recent mashup. This one, right here, with over 2 hours of quick crafts. And y'all, I finally got a new backdrop. One without any creases, that is tall enough for our smart dolls. All right, this morning has been pretty productive. I wouldn't mind taking a little time to relax and unwind, like in a sauna. The dolls need a sauna, so that's what we're gonna do. To the craft table. I have a cardboard box that looks like a good size for this project. It's about 8 inches wide, a little under 12.5 inches tall, and about 10.5 inches long, so it'll fit on my shelf. I have some jumbo craft sticks. Not sure if this is enough to cover everything, but we'll try to make it work. Let's cut open one side. I use a craft knife to cut along the corner so we can open it up. Now we can really see what we're working with. We'll cover this wall and the back wall with the popsicle sticks. Maybe add a bench right here. We can cut a window out of this side, which will save us some popsicle sticks or craft sticks. And maybe we can use this flap on the side as a door. Oh my goodness, I just found a whole box of craft sticks. Now I don't have to worry about supplies. But I am a little nervous about time. I have like 20 hours or so to make this. And cutting those popsicle sticks is going to take a chunk of that. But let's see if we can do it and get started. We've already cut the box open, so let's cut out a window. I have a piece of clear plastic from packaging, which should work for this space. I use a ruler to plan out the window. Then we can use a craft knife to cut it out. This will help us to save a little time with those popsicle sticks. At first, I wanted to make a door that could swing open and closed. But now I'm thinking we should make it stationary so it could help to support a roof. So let's cut off this side tab. Let's cut off the other tabs as well. For the tab that's at the front on the bottom, I left just a little bit for a front step. Now let's glue the back of the box or the back wall and glue on some of the leftover tabs to make it even and fill in the gaps. Now we have the basic shape for this space. I plan out where to place a bench. Let's do 3 inches on this side, then 4 1/4 across the back, and we'll do a 2-inch bench that's a little higher. Let's take 2 of the tabs that we cut off earlier, glue them together, cut out a small window, and I'm going to cover it with a wood grain paper, wrapping the paper over the edges so it's nice and neat on the front. On the back, I glue on clear plastic from packaging and cut several craft sticks, glue them on, glue on skinny sticks to frame it. Then I cut a round wooden dowel and glue it onto the edge for a handle to make a faux door. Let's use more paper to cover the ceiling, cover the outside of the window just like the door. I am running out of paper, so I'm having to patch it. I tried to cover some of the raw edges and the corner that will swing open. Now we just need to cut a bunch of craft sticks and begin gluing them inside the box. And of course, you could always choose to cover the whole thing with a wood grain paper. That would be faster. I didn't worry about the pattern so much on the floor because we'll be adding a bench in this area. I glue clear plastic from packaging onto the window, then begin gluing craft sticks around it. We are ending up with a few seams, but I hope to cover those later. Now let's begin gluing craft sticks on the inside, on the back and side wall. I'm going to change the direction at the bottom because I think it might save me a little time with cutting. Then cut a few skinny sticks to glue over the seams and around the window. And it's coming along. Now we have a few options. I left a small gap in the floor at the end of the wall so we can take a thumbtack, push it through the bottom, place the door on top, then add another thumbtack at the top of the box so the door can swing open and closed. Or we can glue it in place so it supports the roof, or we can just leave it open and finish the edge with a few skinny sticks. I decided to leave the door functional. When it's open, we can extend the scene. Now let's glue together a few craft sticks to make a board. Instead of making a couple of levels, I've decided to make one wide bench. I made a board that's a little under 9 inches. I glue a few craft sticks around the edges that will be visible to make a small platform. Cut and glue 2 craft sticks together at a right angle, glue them into the corner for a little support. Then I glue it into the box. I glued a few skinny sticks in the corners to clean up those edges, giving us a large space for the dolls to sit. They can even lay down. Let's use a little poster putty to put a few of those tea lights on the ceiling so our room has a little glow. If these look too much like tea lights, well, we can just take a clear cap and glue it on top to make a light. Or we can make a few holes in the ceiling for the lights to go through, then glue the caps over the holes. So we don't need the poster putty and we can easily get to the on and off switch. I like that. Now let's take a toilet paper roll, cut it down. I'm making mine 3.5 inches. I squish it a little to make an oval, glue in scraps of wood to help hold its shape, make dots of hot glue, allow them to cool, then use the nozzle to add a little texture, then glue them into the toilet paper roll. Paint everything black, brush the hot glue with a little gray and white paint to make rocks. Glue together a few skinny sticks to make a small fence, then glue the toilet paper roll inside to make a heater. Take the leftover paper tube, glue it back together to make a circle, then I filled the bottom with hot glue. While it cools, let's take a leftover craft stick, draw a spoon shape, cut around it, then sand it to make it smooth, to make a spoon. Now that the hot glue is dry, I'm going to cut away the excess paper tube. I cut skinny sticks to 1.5 inches, glue them around the hot glue, take some leftover wood grain paper, and we're going to fold and glue it to make small strips. Trim off the excess and then glue the strips around the skinny sticks. Let's add a little Mod Podge on top of the glue for shine. I add a little Mod Podge to the spoon as well for a sauna bucket or sauna pail. While that's drying, let's cut a microfiber towel into rectangles to make doll-sized towels. Then we could just fold them up and place them on the bench to give the dolls a new spot to hang out that can fold up for easy storage. This could be a fun book nook on a shelf where we can display a few dolls relaxing until their next photo shoot. I love that we got some tea lights that don't flicker and that we were able to recycle a cardboard box into a doll space. And we can add a little hot glue to the ladle to make it look like we're pouring water over the stones. Thank you for joining us while we made a sauna for the dolls. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MyFroggyStuff and Bella of MyFroggyStuff on Instagram. And we will see you next time. Bye!